Good evening, everyone, and Merry Christmas. Welcome one and all to our service this afternoon. We begin with a prelude offered by our Director of Music, Scott DeVoe. Thank you so much, Scott. Whether you are joining us tonight online or are here in our sanctuary on Rugby Road, on behalf of our entire congregation, I offer you warm greetings. My name is Reverend Leah Derland Jones, and my pronouns are she and her, and I am delighted that we have gathered for our interactive Christmas Eve celebration. It is a gift to create and hold space made sacred by our being together and by the presence of the larger love that surrounds and supports us all. In addition to seating here in our sanctuary, you can also have a seat in the social hall if you would like to watch the service on a live stream. That might be a more comfortable space for some, and you are welcome to do what you need to do to be comfortable during worship. Many thanks to all the folks helping us share both worship here and online, our on-site greeters and ushers and hospitality and logistics team, and special thanks to our AV Tech, Nash Ford, supporting the dual platform worship both here and online. And Nash is up there in the balcony. Thank you, Nash. This evening, we are reliving a familiar story by getting inside of it and making it our own. At the end of the service, we'll sing together as we recess to the church's front portico here, where we will search the skies for Santa's sleigh. And then everyone is invited to come into the social hall for cider and lemonade. Our interactive Nativity is a service that requires extra help and everyone's participation. So I want to thank Angela Orbaugh for being our stage manager this evening. And also thanks to Bryn Malone for working to pull this service together, and Heather Garrett Redmond for helping with evening details tonight as well. And of course, it's always a joy to have our beloved Scott DeVoe at the piano. And tonight, we have the gift of other special seasonal music offered by the youth of our congregation, Riley Griffith and Hazel Semmelhack. And I invite Riley to the piano now for her musical gift of The First Noel. Thank you so much, Riley. Is there someone who would like to light our chalice tonight? How about Lily Garrett Redmond? So as Lily comes forward to light our chalice, I'm going to offer some chalice lighting words, and then we will join in our unison words together. For the holy days on which we recall the old stories, we light this flame. For gathering today in this sacred space, we light this flame. For the opportunity to be together as a community, to remember the past, to look towards our shared future, to be alive in our present, we light this flame. Please join me now in our unison words. We gather this hour as people of faith, with joys and sorrows, gifts and needs. We light this beacon of hope, sign of our quest for truth and meaning in celebration of the life we share together. And now let's use our words with our hand motions. We start with our hand out flat like a matchbook, and our finger is the match. We light this chalice to celebrate Unitarian Universalism. This is a church of open minds. This is a church of helping hands. This is a church of loving hearts. Thank you, Lily. And now let's listen to a beautiful holiday song offered for us by Hazel Semmelhack. Thank you so much, Hazel. This community offers its love and support to what is closest to our hearts. And another way that we show care for one another is in the sharing of our financial gifts with our community and our congregation. Your financial gifts from tonight's offering go to our Minister's Discretionary Fund, a fund that offers assistance to those within our congregation as well as the larger community who are in need of short-term financial help during a time of difficulty. Your generosity in supporting this fund is greatly appreciated, as this is our shared ministry. During the music which follows, you may choose to make your financial offering by using the text address or going to our website. Here in the sanctuary, the ushers will come through with offering plates, and if you have brought donations of new socks or mittens or gloves or hats or scarves, which it can be hard to imagine that we're going to need because it's so warm outside, but yet there will come colder times when people are needing these things. So if you brought any to donate, you can place those in the baskets as they come through as well. And now let us dedicate all the many gifts we share with one another by saying, "We accept your gifts with gratitude. May we use them wisely for the highest good." And now it is time for the Christmas story. Are you ready? So part of our retelling tonight includes the items in the little brown worship bags that you were handed out as you entered the sanctuary. So don't open them yet. Keep them closed. Does everybody have a little worship bag? If you don't, raise your hand and we will bring one to you. Keep your hand up till the ushers or the helpers come and bring a bag to you. All right, so tonight we retell an ancient story that holds essential spiritual truths. As Unitarian Universalists, we believe that Jesus was an inspired spiritual teacher and a compelling social revolutionary. The culture in which we live tells this story over and over. So it has become part of our consciousness, and tonight we gather to experience its teachings once more. Ernest Summerfield once wrote, "We believe that some stories deserve to live forever because of what they tell us of ourselves and our world. The angels singing an anthem of peace and goodwill deserve to be heard forever because they are the angels in human hearts. The humble shepherds who had ears to hear and hearts to receive a message of joy deserve to live to the end of time. The three wise persons, so faithfully seeking the way of a star, deserve to go in search again each year, as long as years shall be, for they are the story of our quest for what is best in ourselves and each other, and in our broken and beautiful world." So let us immerse ourselves together in story, song, and celebration. A long time ago, in a city far, far away from here, there lived an emperor named Caesar Augustus. He ruled over almost the entire world. And one day, the emperor called together his advisors and said,
"I need more money to fund my armies. Send out soldiers to all the lands. They must tell the people that no matter where they are now, they must journey back to the town where they were born. And everyone must sign their name in a big book and pay me a tax."
All of the people were required to go to the city or town where they had been born to register. And for some people, that meant a very long journey. A couple heard this decree, and they knew that they must obey. One of them, a carpenter by trade, had to go all the way from the town of Nazareth in Galilee to Judea, where they currently lived, in the city of David that was called Bethlehem, where he had been born. The carpenter went to be registered along with their beloved, the person that they were planning to marry, for the carpenter's beloved was expecting a child. The couple had to travel a very long way, and they knew that it would not be easy because the child that they were expecting would be born very soon, and it would be so uncomfortable both walking and riding on their donkey for such a long journey. But there was nothing that could be done about it. They had to go. So they started on their way, traveling by day and sometimes through the dark nights, which were lit only by bright stars. And I think that I see some of those stars twinkling out in our pews. So let's sing our stars as they make their way to our chancel now. Please rise in body or spirit and join me in hymn number 246, "O Little Town of Bethlehem." Joseph and Mary knew that their journey was not going to be easy with the baby almost here. They had traveled for so many days, and they were so tired. They just wanted rest and sleep. And when they got to Bethlehem, they tried to find a room to rent for the night, but every place turned them away and said, "You are not welcome. You are not welcome here." Joseph was scared that they'd have no place to sleep. And then they encountered one more innkeeper. And I think I see him here.
I will let you sleep in my old stable out back. It is where my animals stay, the donkeys, the cows, and goats. It's a little smelly, but it's warm, and you will be safe for the night.
So each of us here in the sanctuary should have our little worship bag. I'm going to tell you that they all contain the same 4 things, but it's best to keep them inside and only take out the one I'm inviting you to take out at a time. So I want you to open it now and take out the little heart sticker that's inside, but don't unstick it. Just take your heart sticker out. And then close up your bag. All right. All right, so listen carefully. In our story, no one in the town had any room. Their hearts were closed. And then one innkeeper decided to help. He didn't do it perfectly, but he found a way to make room. So this is a story about opening our hearts and making room for anyone who needs care. So I invite you to hold the heart sticker in front of your own heart, but don't make it a sticker yet. Just hold it in front of your own heart. And join me in speaking the words that are projected. May this heart help me remember that I am like the innkeeper. May this heart help me remember that I can open my heart to others. And now I invite you to give your heart sticker to someone on your left or your right, and they'll give you theirs. And you can either put it on your clothing or on your cheek or somewhere else where you would like to put your heart sticker. So now I think we are ready to welcome the creatures who were sharing their stable with the family. And I believe we have a mouse and maybe a horse and I think a camel. So I invite you to remain seated as we sing together hymn number 243, Jesus Our Brother. And we will sing the verses about the donkey and the sheep and the dove. Please remain seated. animals welcomed the couple into the stable, and they were kind enough to give of their hay-filled manger so the baby could have a bed. And thus the baby was born in a simple stable, surrounded by animals and wrapped in bands of cloth. And Mary and Joseph were so happy they picked that baby up, and they just loved on it. Now, in this story, in this same country, there were shepherds living out in the fields. They were keeping watch over their flock by night. Their flock was made up of sheep and cows and goats and shepherds that took care of them. They kept them together so that they didn't get lost. And if one did wander away, then the shepherd would always go and find it. Because out in the fields, it was very, very dark. And it was sometimes cold, and it could be dangerous. So shepherds are people who care for other living things. And in our story tonight, the shepherds are caring for the sheep in the fields, but each one of us is like a shepherd. We need to take great care of each other and our neighbors and make sure that the smallest of us are watched over. We help each other, and we work to make it possible for everyone to receive kindness and care as part of a loving community. We do our best to make sure that no one is ignored, and especially that no one is picked on. We help each other keep everyone safe. So please open your worship bag again and take out the cotton ball, and then you may close your bag and set it aside. So in our story, we see the shepherds staying close to their flock, sometimes with a gentle hand guiding the sheep, feeling the softness of their hair, their wool. So please hold this cotton ball in front of your heart and join me in speaking the words that are projected. May this softness help me remember that I am like a shepherd. May this softness help me remember the importance of helping and caring for others as I let myself receive help and care too. As a symbol of care we share with one another in our church community and for those in the wider world, in this moment we will share this soft piece of cotton with others here. So take your cotton ball and share it with someone who is not part of your family or someone that you did not come to church with tonight. You can do that now. And may we each feel softness and care and connection. May we each feel softness and care and connection to the larger human family. The shepherds among us this evening, as well as some of our sheep, are here with us. And as they have assembled, let's sing together, Angels We Have Heard on High. Please rise in body or spirit and sing with joy. I believe that we have some angels in the house tonight. Where are you, my big and little angels? Please come right up here in front of the pulpit. Come on, angels, right up here in front of the pulpit. All right, and let's identify who our big angel is. Wonderful. So little angels, you're going to stay right here. But big angel, you're going to fly over to those shepherds and those sheep in the field. So on this night, as the shepherds stood watching their fields, an angel of the Lord stood before them, and this angel was truly magnificent. Let's see it, Kathy. And the glory of the God of Israelites shone upon the shepherds. And not surprisingly, here's your part, shepherds, the shepherds were terrified. But the angel said to them,
"Do not be afraid, for behold, I bring you good news of great joy for all people. For a baby is born in the city of Bethlehem, and this will be the sign to you. You will find an ordinary baby, born to a family with no home, sleeping in a manger. But there is great love inside this baby, just as there is great love inside each of you. This baby will grow up and try to show us how to live in peace and how to love each other. He will show us how we each can be saviors for this world."
little angels, it's your turn now to fly to the shepherds. Go, go, little angels, go. And suddenly there was with the angel a multitude of angels. And, oh, I see we're going to need a lot more angels in here tonight. So if you would reach again into your worship bag and pull out your halo and put it on your head. And then join with me in the words that are projected. May this halo help me remember that I am surrounded by love. And may this halo help me remember that I am love. All right, little angels, you need to run up here again. And the big angels and the shepherds are going to listen to what you have to say. Little angels, oh.
Glory to God in the highest heaven, and on earth peace, goodwill among all people everywhere.
And then the angels left the shepherds and seemed to go right up into the heavens. So angels, fly over here next to our stars on the chancel. And the shepherds then said to one another,
"Let us go now to Bethlehem and see this thing that has taken place, which has been made known to us."
And the shepherds and their sheep went quickly to Bethlehem, and there they found the Holy Family with the child lying in the manger, just as the angel had said it would be. And when the shepherds saw this, they told everyone what the angel had said to them about this newborn child. And everyone who heard the story was amazed. And the parents, Mary and Joseph, kept all these things and treasured them in their hearts. The shepherds and the sheep gathered around the feeding trough, admiring the baby, and they praised God for the wonder of this new birth. And they prayed, and they hoped that what the angel had said would come true, that this was a child of hope. Now, after Jesus was born in Bethlehem, 3 wise persons who were kings from the Far East came to Jerusalem. And I think these wise people are here tonight with us also. And I also think we have a special star among us. So I invite these wise people in the star to gather in the middle of the center aisle with Angela, with the star leading the wise people towards our manger scene. And as they do, let us welcome them all by singing the first and the fourth verse of hymn number 259, We Three Kings. Please remain seated. After Jesus was born in Bethlehem, the three wise persons who were kings from Far East arrived in Jerusalem. The wise persons learned from the king about a prophecy which had been spoken long ago, that the Messiah would be born in Bethlehem. And these three wise persons asked,
"Where is the child that is born King of the Jews? We have followed his star, and we have come to honor and praise him and bring gifts."
Followed the star for a promise of a place where all people, regardless of their differences, would treat each other kindly. That kind of place, those kind of people are what we have come to find.
We have followed the star because we have heard the story of the baby that would create peace on earth and goodwill amongst all people.
So I invite you all to open your worship bag for one last time and remove the chalice sticker from your bag. And please hold your chalice sticker in front of your heart. With your chalice where your thoughts and your feelings meet, we speak these words in unison. May this chalice, full of the light of the universe, remind me of the brightness and wisdom that is within me wherever I go. And you're invited to take this chalice with you and place it somewhere where you will see it. Let it be an outward reminder to you of the light that you possess within. And may it be a reminder that no matter how young or old we may be, we all have gifts to share with each other. So the wise persons were there in Bethlehem, and they had seen that star when it first appeared in the east. And when they arrived, they were overwhelmed with joy. They saw the Holy Family and they bowed down to honor them. And they opened their bags and brought out gifts of gold and frankincense and myrrh. So wise people, I invite you to turn around and join our tableau. And if you don't want to get down on the floor, if we can find a place over to the side, maybe, Kurt, you want to come stand over here? So let us pause for a moment. We have just enacted a version of the story that has been celebrated for hundreds of years every Christmas. Kurt, I'm going to invite you to come stand next to me. Kurt, come stand right here. Perfect. Then when people take pictures, we'll look good.
Wow.
So look at this scene. It is a special day with special people, with stars and angels and shepherds and wise people and animals alike. Jesus was born into the world. A loving family surrounded him. Friends gathered to celebrate him. And others came as well, because they believed there was so much goodness inside all people. And this is a belief that we hold right now in this moment. The blessing of each of our births, the joy of shared experiences, a community with which to build true peace on earth, and hearts to hold each other in love. As a baby named Jesus was in a place where love was the most important gift of all, we gather and live in that place too. As we are wrapped in that light and that love, we lift up our hearts in song with hymn number 251, Silent Night, You May Remain Seated. It is a special night with stars and angels and shepherds and animals, and they are all witnesses to a special birth in a beautiful family. No doubt the birth of Jesus over 2,000 years ago looked a little different from this, but the love and the mystery and the wonder that we see here is no different from the wonder that was there at the time of Jesus' birth. May returning to traditional Christmas carols and the Nativity story call you back to your ongoing search for truth and meaning that is a hallmark for our Unitarian Universalist faith tradition. May this Christmas celebration offer an inspiration toward a new life and love, and a reminder to work toward a world transformed by liberating love by and for all people. with peace and equity, compassion and justice for all. This is the end of one story and the beginning of another and another and another. Merry Christmas and blessings to all. I'm going to invite Angela, our stage manager, to extinguish our chalice, which looks like it already extinguished itself. But, yeah, you did a good job, Lily. I think it's probably out of oil, but we'll fix that. So as our flame is extinguished, we know that it does not extinguish the light that we carry within us. And may the light in our hearts shine brightly now and for the entire holiday season, reminding each of us of our place in the human family and that love connects and sustains us all. Let us celebrate love and wonder by singing joy to the world as we recess out the front doors and search the sky for Santa's sleigh.